Well, it's about that time for some delicious game talk. Now here are your hosts.
We just started with dancing.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. This is The View. All right. So I'm Whoopi Goldberg,
I'm Oprah Winfrey.
even though she's not on The View.
Nope.
I'm Baba Walters.
Wonderful.
And who are you, Anthony? Who are you?
Joy
Behar,
you
the
other one. She's
Stop
the
it.
mad lady. You saw it. Be the one that was on
Dr.
Survivor
Phil.
once and they got
He's
shot.
Dr. Phil.
And I have to ask, where has the internet touched you?
I created you.
Ooh.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yikes.
Well, basically what we're going to do is this is going to kind of be like a mini series of where we go to friends' houses and we talk about every single video game they own.
In one system, because I've got a bunch of PS2 games too I can pull out. But I'm not.
Yeah.
We should just talk about
We
the
really-
we're gonna
really
be talking
should.
about we're gonna be talking about all the Xbox games I have. 50 of them. 51 of them. 'Cause
Yeah.
we can't don't forget. Give me the case for Dark Void.
Well, now they know what it is.
Oh no! You ruined
It's in
everything.
the D's.
This is over.
We're doing this in alphabetical order.
Yeah, we're doing it in alphabetical order. I've got 50 Xbox games and 5 PS3 games, so we'll be counting those in just for the hell of it.
I might as well.
Because they're the same system.
They both cook
Microwaves,
things.
One's a
microwaves,
toaster.
360s, it's whatever.
Yeah, I know. It's
And special guest, Casey the Cacodemon, my Cacodemon plushie. Because if you don't know, my favorite video game of all time is Doom. So, and we're not going to do Doom 3, because it's an Xbox game. So I should...
Yeah.
Wait, well, I also have Halo 2 down here, the Xbox game.
Eventually, you could do Doom 3.
Yeah, eventually when you
With
get the
BFG
BFG
edition.
edition. Yeah.
Can
One day.
Can we do Halo 2, though?
Yeah, might as well, I guess. It's already in the stack. So.
And, well, the other thing I hate about the alphabetical order is that 2 comes before C, so I had to put Halo Combat Evolved after Halo 2. It's just like...
You've ruined
It
everything.
feels wrong.
That one game has destroyed the
By the way,
entire
Casey will
collection.
be sitting on top of the second stack. When we get to the second stack, we'll move Casey.
That's
Casey
simple.
could be either a guy or a girl. Doesn't matter to me. So
Alright.
do you want to just get into it? Get started?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First game we have, A's, is Alan Wake.
Yay.
Good
Now,
game.
That's for the
Good
fan
game.
to decide.
That's for
My Alan Wake was first introduced to me by my friend Alex. Like, dude, you gotta check this game out. It's so cool. The story, the talking, the interracial
They talk and
love.
shit.
Those voices, you can hear them all the time.
But the voices are good.
Yeah.
But
Alan Wake.
I instantly fell in love with that game. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
It was
I
was
too.
almost instant.
I
Just
didn't
starting
play it
out,
that much,
just
no.
starting out on the boat, and just going. Just the gameplay was great. The story was
Just
great.
walking.
The thing I like
Yeah.
about the boat is that you can walk
Flashlights.
around the cars. I felt really real.
Yeah,
I
I
was
felt
like,
like
I
I
do this in
was
real life,
Alan
too.
Wake.
The
I
perfect-
was Alan Wake.
The perfect point of that game is when all the workers start screaming random shit at you. It's fantastic.
There was one part.
Buy my vitamins! Oh,
There was one part where one of the many parts where some items in the come alive and start attacking you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember
And
the
I remember
truck. And
there was a
shit.
movie. It was when a truck went by. There was a movie and then also a book that Stephen King wrote.
Carrie?
yeah.
Oh, no, that was
It,
Christine.
It was. It,
What was it called?
Yeah.
I can't remember. It was about cars coming alive and killing their owners, which sounds ridiculous.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
I think was it? They have trucks in it.
Yes.
I remember it. Was
I
it
never
just
seen it.
machine oriented or was
I think it was just cars and trucks.
I remember this one part in this one movie
Lots
where
and
this
lots
like
of
vending
planes.
machine came alive and was shooting cans at a guy.
I think that was Transformers.
Yeah, that was Transformers.
No, it
Was there also an Xbox and like a Ford truck that grabbed
Should
it
know.
in space?
There was a different part. It was, that
Was there a guy named
little
Optimus Prime? And
Was one of the machines a robot?
I don't know, man. That seems far fetched.
Alright, anyways.
But anyway, what I was saying is that I thought to myself, this is just like that Stephen King novel. And then right as I thought that, Alan was like, this is just like a Stephen King novel. It's like,
this guy blows my mind.
My mind.
But yeah,
ooh, I broke off part of the case by doing that.
the
What
narrative.
have you done?
I mean, like the narrative in
You gotta
that
stop it,
game,
we haven't
the
ended.
story.
Medic. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing that impressed me is that one of my main arguments about video games is that they don't need to have good graphics to be good.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Look
love
at
old
Slender.
games.
Terrible.
Minecraft is a really good game on its merits. You got
And
a
it's
bunch of like
blocks.
Flash games.
Yeah.
Flash games are fun.
Yeah.
I like them. But I like Doom old games.
I'll bet some older graphics do bug me. It's like it's not even like I think it's like my eyes.
Oh,
like, bug out
it's
my
like,
eyes.
Like,
I'm just like
fake 3D.
Yeah.
2.5D.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
like Final Fantasy type 3, like where it's like blocky, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, it's
3D.
kind of weird.
I can't take it. And I'm
But
like,
but very rarely does graphics make a huge difference to me. But with Alan Wake, the graphics were good enough, it felt real. Like,
Yeah.
if it had worse graphics, one of the few games where I felt like if it had worse graphics, it would have been a
fine
lot
with
less
it.
enjoyable.
Oh.
No, that's what I'm saying, is that this is an exception to that rule. That the graphics made a big difference.
Yeah, definitely
difference
like
now,
the shading system in it.
Oh, yeah.
That made so many
everything was
moments. that made
It was so fun with the
many
lighting.
moments.
Yeah.
Made so many moments of nope, 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 nope,
Oh,
nope.
yeah. There were some parts that scared the crap out of me. The only thing I hated is this happened to me all the time.
Shadow Tornado of Death.
I didn't mind that. That was actually really
That was
suspenseful.
really
I
good.
love that part. But anyway, it's any time where I'm low on health, about to get to a light, and then a hatchet hits me in the back, and I die. It's like, fuck!
Well,
Why?
you know what they say about flying hatchets? You know it's coming if you hear Oompa Stella.
Not in this game.
Nope.
I don't have any Resident Evil games, so if you're here to talk about Resident Evil games,
Get
well,
the fuck out!
Get out.
Yeah.
I got plenty.
the R's are later on in the alphabet, and we're not getting to Resident
If you
Evil.
didn't sing that song.
But I would.
Now we're
I
gonna
would
let it most of the year.
APR
47.
Morgan Freeman.
I just also like how in the case it's a psychological action thriller, it tells you right up front what kind of game it is right on the cover. And that's what I
It's
love.
also got the feel of how it's supposed to be, almost like a book.
But then
TV
again,
show.
Alone in the
Yeah.
Dark also said it was a good game.
I liked Alone in the Dark. I loved that game.
It was like good.
I don't know. I do like how it says that because I picked up Left 4 Dead. I'm like, huh, this is probably going to be like Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Yeah, there we go. No,
My
not
favorite
today.
game in the world.
But all in all, this game is phenomenal, and I would probably give it like a 9.5.
I didn't play
it's
that
up
much.
there.
I'd say about 8.5.
I don't do ratings.
You don't do ratings?
Well, I'm like,
rate.
I personally like rating.
He has two
That's just me,
ratings.
though.
Good and not good.
Well,
and then he has rating 3, Doom.
good. Wait, good, not good, Doom. No, it's just that I feel like I think that it was Yahtzee Croshaw who said this. We worded it perfectly. He said that if your opinion on a game can be condensed into a number, you're probably not that good at explaining yourself. And that's how I feel. Is like no number really represents how I feel about a game. So what I've said about the game that I liked, I liked that. And when I agreed with you guys, I agreed, but I don't feel the need to put a number to it. I liked it. It was a really good game. You know what? I think that I'd rather do... No, you guys can do it if you want to. I would rather do, if you saw this, at what price would you say don't buy it?
Oh,
that'd be interesting.
Game. Yeah.
But
That would
for
be
Alan
interesting.
Wake, I would say
The initial
About-
the initial 60 I thought was great for it.
for a new copy.
Yeah.
Yep.
But like I'm a little bit. You're probably gonna find in this. I don't buy games unless they're kind of cheap. So for Alan Wake, I'd probably say about $35 or $40. Past that, I wouldn't. I don't know. I'd at least wait for a better deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really good game though. So
Yeah.
if you're rich, just buy every game.
I would
Just
honestly
do everything.
personally pay.
Buy GameStop.
I'd personally pay the full 60 if it was brand new, but I would stop at 40 now since the price has dropped.
Yeah.
40 's the
Considering I
most I'd pay
can't
for
buy
it.
it because it's fag.
Don't even act like
No, it's whatever.
360 games.
It's whatever.
You can't. Okay, I think the PS3 and the 360 are close enough that it depends on preference. But you have to admit the Xbox 360 library is a lot more diverse. PS3 has better exclusives. Xbox has better third-party support.
Yeah.
And that's
That's a shtick.
This is made by Remedy.
Without exclusives, PS3 would be dead. And I'm
Pretty
okay
much.
to say that.
Yeah,
I'm
I think,
completely
like,
comfortable in that.
Katamari Forever is a PS3 exclusive. The Sly Collection, Ico, and God of War, those are all PS3 exclusives.
Yeah.
I only have one that's not PS3 exclusive. Yeah. Yeah, because it was $5.
Mafia 2 was $5.
My friend was like, "Do you want Mafia 2? It's in my car, $5."
I played that. That's actually not
John
bad.
at work.
Yeah, John. Yeah, he just sells
He sold
stuff.
me my PS3. He sold me that controller that you're going to use. He sold me an HDMI cable. He sold me Mafia 2. Let's see. He sold me some other games too.
Damn,
He sold me Halo 2. He sold me the.
You made him rich.
I did. He sold me the Star Wars encyclopedia. I have somewhere.
It's epic.
It's a nice book too.
No,
He said
Epic made Bulletstorm.
No,
enjoyed
People
that
Can
game.
Fly made Bulletstorm. Epic fucked it up.
Alright, next game.
Next game, yeah.
Next game.
Next game.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Fun game. Best game ever, actually.
Oh god, this should.
I was
so much.
being facetious. Assassin's Creed, the first one,
First one was crap.
shitty.
It was terrible. I
The
couldn't even play
retarded
it.
cousin of the
I
Assassin's
don't know,
Creed
man.
series.
Like, okay, the gameplay. Wait. Hear me out. Okay.
All right.
Storyline was repetitive as fuck.
Yeah.
I give you that completely. Like, it drove you nuts.
Okay.
The combat could get even repetitive.
It could get repetitive.
Okay.
It was very badly repetitive.
If you're
The whole
playing it,
game
yes.
was repetitive, but what
Alright.
I'm saying is basically the end game. You know what I mean? Like what it finally led you up to.
That's not a very good argument for the rest of the game.
No, you're right. The rest of the game was shit. I'm just saying the ending almost made up for it. Because, just the mind fuckery. That's what Assassin's Creed is about. That's their main thing, is the mind fuckery.
The Shyamalan twist.
Yeah. And at the end, you're like, oh, you know? That's what I wanted. What they tweet. So, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. If we're doing the price thing,
Ambulance.
honestly,
99 cents. Stop.
15
bucks.
I'd say 15. It's pretty low.
I guess it depends.
I would say more around $4 or $5.
Dude, I would pay, the most I'd pay for that game is probably $7.
I would probably say
most.
between $5 and $10.
Yeah.
Because visually, it's a very pleasing game.
Yeah.
It's got a nice atmosphere. So
I like the look of it. I like the time it takes place in.
God,
I think it's cool. A cool little concept. But it's just the gameplay, everything else about it was so
You know what I
awful.
didn't like about it is the combat system. Not only was it repetitive, but it was hard to get into. If you
But one thing they did did good is, you know, since it was a PS3 launch, you know, it came out. It was the first one that really got climbing down, like climbing.
Fair enough. The climbing system
they got
is good.
down good.
Yeah.
It's
Until
not
you're getting chased by guards.
Until you get frantic, you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, that's the problem though. Is it's a little bit slow.
Yeah.
When you compare it to like the climbing in like Crackdown, where you can grab onto any ledge and just fly.
Oh yeah, they got better at it, but I'm saying that was a stepping stone.
That was definitely a stepping stone.
It's like Uncharted took it, and it was like,
right.
Yeah, Uncharted's like, hey, let's make everything Assassin's Creed do with climbing just better.
Right.
But what I was saying is that it was hard. The combat system, if you don't know it, trying to learn it is not easy. The combat system should be, you know, the perfect setting is easy to learn, hard to master for a combat system. You with Darksiders, you can just mash buttons and get through it. But if you have a good system, you can save a lot of health.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what I do. Like, on the new one I've been playing, like I just figured out the other day. I've been just pushing like square, triangle, back and forth, but all of a sudden I figured out if I push triangle, square, square, he does a little spinny and throws both of his sides. They like spin for a few seconds, come back like.
Yeah.
Why didn't they tell me this?
When I found out in the first one that that Mercy, if you shoot an enemy in the air, he'll stay in the air. When I found that out, anytime I was facing one enemy, I would finish him off by shooting him over and over again, just watching him hover, go slowly. It felt good. But
I gotta say what I need to say about it real quick.
Okay.
Like, I love Assassin's Creed 2 and up, but what the problem with Assassin's Creed 1 was the character development was horrible.
Oh yeah, no one even knew Altair.
I mean, none of the Assassin's Creed games really give Desmond any likability. I'm not gonna lie.
He seemed like kind of a dick in this one.
Yeah, but Altair had no character development. He's kind of like, oh, I'll do what I want.
Yep.
In the old time.
And then
I don't give a fuck.
And then at the end, he's like, well, I guess my headmaster went evil.
Oh well, let's move on.
All right, next game. But my experience with this game that will really put me off, this would be the last.
All right.
Was when I first started playing, first mission, I was all tired. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm sitting there walking. I'm like,
I'm walking. I got a blade. This is cool.
I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah. All right, I gotta go here. Okay, I think it'll be quicker if I run. So I start running. Someone was like, get him! I was like, what'd I do? And then I started getting chased by guards, and I got killed.
Run in old times. That was outlawed. You know that.
I swear to God, that happened to me.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I started running, and I got attacked.
If you sprint, they will be like, you stole shit!
Or somebody randomly dies for whatever reason, and automatically you're blamed.
That was on that.
That's realistic.
I think EO Reactor did, or someone making fun of EO Reactor, where they were doing that. He's like, okay, running, and he like falls off a roof, and someone falls behind him and dies. Like, get him! What?
There's a dead body right here. It must have been you.
My first experience with Assassin's Creed was a lot like that. I was walking, and then I kept walking. And then I kept walking. And I was wondering why this game kept me walk so far.
And then all of a sudden it was Samurai Jack.
All of a sudden I realized there's too much walking in this game.
Were there any talking trees?
Lord of the Rings, yeah.
Where's my Griffin?
I need it.
Yeah, only you have.
Alright, well,
I can still talk about it.
Yeah, we can.
Alright, next
Bring
game.
it on.
Next game. Give me a good game.
Time to look
after
in awe.
I played the, of this, I played, okay, you go on.
We're talking about Beautiful Katamari. And Katamari is one of the best series I've ever played. It's so fun. It's quirky and fun.
I played the demo for the new Vita version.
Right.
I played that. That's actually hilarious.
I beat it.
It's fantastic.
Did you touch my Katamari? There's also one for the iPhone. I can't remember what it's called.
I actually, only because I was trying to get some extra money. I turned around at GameStop, and the guy at GameStop goes, "Ooh, touch my Katamari. That sounds dirty."
See, I never played any of the Katamari games.
They're actually fun.
Like, it's not because I was like, oh, okay, this looks so stupid. It looks fun and quirky. I've just never really had the opportunity.
It's just like, it's not a game that you're going to sit down and play for hours, but like,
Oh,
just
yeah.
play for a few minutes.
But it's like, in the soundtrack.
Yeah,
It's
like I was
phenomenal.
watching you play, and some of the songs I heard were so
Beautiful.
fantastic.
And the game you saw me playing was Katamari Forever for the PS3.
Mhm.
That is the worst soundtrack out of all of them.
Touch My Katamari for the Vita, actually, if you have background music playing,
Mhm.
will pause your music. It will not allow you to listen to your own music while you play.
Really?
Good. Good.
That's good. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah. But
There's
so
no
listen
easier-
to our music. Fuck your stuff.
I mean, can I see the case?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks beautiful. It just looks so fun and quirky.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I would totally
That
be willing to
King
give
Mask.
this game a try. So, I mean, if
His
I,
crotch.
yeah, if I had to put a price average, I'd probably pay $30 for it.
Oh, I would.
Yeah.
I would easily pay $35 to $40 for this game, just because it's really, it's got a lot of lastability, and if you're into
Yeah.
collectibles and like just
the main reason
Collectibles.
I wouldn't pay that much for it is I'm a story hog.
it does have a story technically,
But it's-
You
Yeah,
get
I
to
know.
roll up space. All of space.
You're right.
that was
Change.
yeah, Katamari Forever
and create
you
stars.
and create stars. And in Katamari Forever for the PS3, there's a Robo King, and the game is split up. You do Robo King stuff on Earth, and then you do the kings in his dreams,
Ooh.
and it's really
That definitely
It's-
seems
it's
interesting.
awesome.
But yeah, I would.
because they're all repeats of levels from the older games. And since I played all of them before that, I was like,
Oh my god!
I would definitely like to
Instant
try this.
flashback.
Yeah.
oh, it's
So
phenomenal.
you highly recommend it then? Because you're the only one that's really had any major experience
Yeah,
in the games.
it was funny. I got stuck on anyone who's played this game probably remembers this. The the temperature level where you have to get your Katamari up to 1,000 degrees
I'll let you
Celsius,
play that.
and every time you touch something cold, it would bring it right down.
Oh,
It
god.
pissed me off, and I had such a hard time doing it.
Until I watched him and he beat it.
Until he watched me, I wasn't even paying attention. I beat it like the first or second time I tried it. That was the reason I stopped playing. That's why I hadn't beaten it, is because I got to that level.
He's only like 3 levels away from beating it.
I told him I'm only a little
That's
bit
why
of this
I do.
game. It's gonna
Yeah.
take a
As
while.
soon as I get to a level, I'm just like, fuck
And-
this.
and then I
come
hit
back
that
in a
one.
year, I'll beat it.
I beat a few more levels and it was over. I was like,
Done.
okay,
Fantastic.
on to the next game.
I'm okay with this.
But yeah, this is a phenomenal game. Great atmosphere, great soundtrack. It's funny. It
the
has a lot of
color is
good
just-
lines.
Yeah, the colors. I always
Oh god,
the
acid.
colors.
Acid everywhere. But when you talk about how the PSP one will turn off your music, it kind of reminds me. Do you remember in Halo 3 where if you tried to listen to your own music during the story, it would bring a pop-up that said, "You should probably not do that." Like, seriously, it does. I mean,
Wait, hold on. In 3? Halo 3?
In Halo 3.
I've never tried
Yeah,
that.
neither
If
have
you try, I was playing it on the Xbox, and I was like, you know what? I'd rather just listen to my own music because I don't care about the story.
Yeah.
And it said, the pop-up was saying, "We're gonna turn off your music, and here's why." it was this long
You can
paragraph.
understand.
Honey,
Let me
you
explain.
signed our terms
Let me
of agreement.
explain.
Yeah. And it pretty much says, this is a very atmospheric game. The background music plays a lot to the experience, and I can understand that because I remember in the first Halo hearing like the
Oh,
violins,
yeah.
and it does help.
Yeah.
But
And then you
it's
play
see
multiplayer,
into
no
it.
Apparently in
music.
Halo 4, the soundtrack, they went all out with the
I hope so.
soundtrack in this.
Because I did like the soundtrack.
I did watch a few behind the scenes stuff, and
Yeah.
I mean they seem to be putting so much work into 4.
Well, since it's
So-
343, I think they made good
hoping.
decisions with Combat Evolved Anniversary.
Yes, they did.
I get trust
Yes,
in
they
them.
did.
I have the
press-
Combat Evolved soundtrack on CD.
I like to press the back button and play classic.
Yeah,
It's
that's
fun
so
to
cool.
see. It's fun to go into like a high firefight area and press the back button and see if you die within the time it loads. Because it'll go all black and you can't see anything.
That's
I like
fancy.
when
Like,
I like
damn,
doing is
damn,
I run
damn.
around and I look at something I'm like, I wonder what that used to look like.
Yeah, I did that too. Because you think
Yep.
you should know. But anyway, we're not on Halo.
Alright.
I think we're done with this then.
Yeah,
Fantastic game. Pick it up right now.
I would. Yeah.
Oh boy, here's
okay,
this
Jordan,
thread again.
Jordan.
Calm
Keep
down.
your pants on.
All right, man.
This is Jordan's favorite game of all time.
I honestly, nothing beats it.
BioShock.
That's not Batman.
One of
BioShock.
the best games I've ever played, I must admit. Or for those of you who have played it before, System Shock 2 Underwater. Have you played System Shock 2?
At Youmacon, it was
The
the
game.
bash your game. When I brought up BioShock, when I lost my voice, I was like, BioShock! Yeah, I was like, my
I know
voice
that game.
completely shot. But, yeah, and he was like, BioShock! Alright, System Shock 2.
Yeah,
Basically
because they are a lot alike.
Well, it's the same guy, Ken Levine, created both System Shock
That's
2
that's
and...
even less of a reason for them to be like a lot alike. You should be, but there are other things you could complain about it. I mean,
Okay.
there's like what was it? I had a
Enemies.
few.
There's enemies in it.
Yeah, it doesn't let you beat it immediately. I don't like that.
I don't like being able turning on the game and watching the credits roll down my screen.
exactly.
Fuck.
I don't like how it's graphically beautiful.
No multiplayer. No, it's how you would go to an area and you could see the exit, and then it would make something happen where you couldn't go to the
That's
exit.
always
You have to go to
There's
hell
that's
and
it,
back
it's
and-
gone.
That's in every game, though. You're
No,
like,
there's some
yeah.
linear games at least.
Like,
it's
you're like,
kind of pissed me off.
There it
though.
is. I got this. And the long story.
Damn it! It just feels so arbitrary. Like, why do I gotta?
Penumbra.
There.
There's a giant worm.
Oh, here's the exit, and it's gone.
And it's gone.
Like,
And it's gone.
There's this one level I was playing. I'm sorry to bring back to that, but like on Darksiders 2, there's this one. You gotta go through all these different dungeons, go through so much shit to get this stuff. I walk into this one room. It's just hanging there. It's just there. Like, come and get me. The first room you walk in, I'm like, okay.
You know, it's
Come on, guy.
They used to
Come on.
They used to do that in Doom.
Yeah, I was
There's
like,
the red
oh,
key card is
okay.
just sitting right there. It's like,
Take it. Come on, faggot. You won't do it.
whatever.
And then, like, you have these giant robots, and he takes, and like, there's something wrong with this one, the guy you're with. I'm like, wait a minute. Fuck.
Explodes.
And then the robot's like, I'm like, ah! Why?
But this game, let me hold the case. But what first turned me on to this game was
The Little Sisters.
Little Sisters turned me on. I'm like, oh my god, little girls with needles.
They have no pupils.
But you know what happened was I just saw some things in Game Informer. I'm like, okay, this looks fantastic. Underwater killing death. explosions,
Underwater
bang.
giant robots.
What's
Alright.
that? That one level in Super Mario 64. I'm in.
And so what happened
Giant eels.
That scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
I went to my dad's house one day and he's like, son, I bought you the game. This game.
You like
Yeah.
video games, don't you, son? I bought this one for you.
Yeah, what happened was I downloaded the demo and
Just
I
imagine
literally
your dad
played it
smoking
over
a
and
pipe
over
and
again.
having a
It's like my
monocle.
dad saying, you like movies, right? So I bought you a King
I
Kong.
bought you
Here we go.
Hannah Montana forever.
No,
Basically,
she has a movie that's just called LOL.
I know, I saw that.
And so we saw that.
yeah,
We
Miley
were-
Cyrus's movie.
when we didn't find hotcakes, was when we saw it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Go on.
Okay, but
Go on.
this game, I'm really happy that they didn't put multiplayer in this because I believe
That
multiplayer.
ruins everything.
they
Yeah,
have multiplayer in
honestly.
Bioshock 2?
Yes, and I'm phenomenal at it, but that's besides the point.
I'm the best ever. But you know,
Let me
it
explain.
sucked.
Me and Jordan, we were playing Big Daddy mode on Bioshock 2.
Alright.
And we were
Is
going
it the whole game Big Daddy mode?
well, we were playing it. We were going against the Big Daddy, and me and Jordan got the Big Daddy, got a fat one, which obviously made him a bad Big Daddy. Following the player, as I
The
stole
mold is still
the
there.
little sister and shoved her into a hole.
But yeah,
Can I
let's
have that back?
well, the what? What do you want back?
Bio, yeah.
Okay, no, fuck.
Yeah, Bioshock. Its story is nothing, in my opinion, nothing but perfect. It is perfection. The story.
I have yet to get a chance to play. This is just my peeve for first-person shooters. I don't know. I
I-
can't
I
get over it.
love
I
first-person
tried.
shooters.
I was,
Yeah.
so
I was
hard.
kind of pissed that the golf club didn't become a permanent weapon. Ben
Yeah.
took golf
Just
club.
walk them.
One game that does have the golf club as a permanent weapon. Can anyone name one? Can you just think no?
Oh wait.
I know of one.
Oh.
Left
Oh, hold on.
4 Dead 2.
No. Hold
Is it?
on.
I believe the
Tiger
golf club-
Woods PGA Tour. The golf club is a weapon.
You can't use anything but the golf club.
Well,
okay.
Tiger Woods is driving his nine.
Actually, I think you're right. There was a golf club toward the end there. I think wasn't it only
It was
DLC though?
yeah, DLC.
Right.
But
The one
still
before
counts.
that,
Doesn't matter, had sex.
before Gearbox decided to start making good games, they made a game called Land of the Dead. Road to 50.
I heard about that.
Look, a golf club, my ultimate weapon.
One of the weapons you can get is a golf club.
Is it good? I never played it.
The golf club? No, it's not that great.
Land
Land of the Dead, it's not worth buying, it's worth pirating. Because it's not bad. Some parts are insufferably annoying.
It's just not worth money.
It's not worth money, no, it's definitely not. And Gearbox doesn't need your money.
No.
And
Oh,
it's
yeah, with all that money they made from Duke Nukem Forever.
So much
just
money.
rolling in the
we
dough,
can go
yeah.
ahead and not talk about that when we get to the D's.
Well,
So
it's out there anyway.
I have 52 games then, because Duke Nukem Forever is at his house.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, well, it's fun, but it's not good. It's kind of hard to explain. It's like
Okay.
there are a lot of
It's
issues.
like Jurassic Park.
It's like Jurassic.
But some of the best memories I've had in online multiplayer were in Land of the Dead. Back when people still played multiplayer, there was this mode. It was in invasion mode. You and 3 other people just fighting an endless stream of zombies. It was fun.
Hey man.
We get so off topic.
Oh yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, we
Bioshock. What I
All
liked about Bioshock was the characterization. Something that I didn't even think that Bioshock 2 had very much of was really engaging characterization. Atlas was very endearing.
Your character was a heroin addict.
Character was a heroin addict.
Jack. Yep.
Jack. Oh yeah, that's what they called him.
Yeah,
Jack.
his name's Jack.
And then in Bioshock 2 was Johnny Topside.
Yeah, Johnny
Right.
Topside.
I like that. That was cute.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say, Andrew Ryan was really menacing.
Yes.
Like, I was scared of him. You know, Sander
That's what
Cohen
makes
was
it.
batshit
Dude,
crazy.
Sander Cohen
Oh
is
my
the
God.
best.
I gotta admit, out of both Bioshock games, my favorite moment was the end of Bioshock 2. I liked it better than Sander Cohen, where you're the little sister.
Yo, that.
That was awesome. It was so cool seeing the contrast between like
we
style.
might as well, because, you know,
Yeah,
since
So we're
it's
talking
mold-
about it anyway.
Yeah.
Rolled into Bioshock.
Bioshock
2.
2, 1 and 2. Both
Yeah.
phenomenal games.
Mega Man.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
No,
it's a
Bomberman.
Mega-
Sorry, Bomberman. Have you seen this, Wesley? How he looks like Bomberman?
Oh, a little bit, yeah. I
In a
can
way.
see it.
Yeah.
I can
Now
totally
now
see
you
it.
can't unsee
Bioshock
I can't,
1.
you're right.
Bioshock 1 was better with story and everything. I thought it was really cool how in Bioshock 2 you can use weapons and plasma at the same
I just
time.
think the thing
Bomberman 2 kind of reminds me of Resident Evil Draft getting a blowjob.
yeah, probably.
Yep.
But like the thing with
No more.
Bioshock 2 is I'm not even gonna lie, the big sister scared the shit out of me.
The big sisters.
Big
She
sister
was-
scared.
it was
the
scary how
piss
fast
out of
she
me.
was.
Yeah, like you're a big slow dude.
Yeah.
He's like run, you
And
know,
she
like
would
you can't
scream.
Yeah,
Oh, that
High pitch,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
But-
like
All the additions they added to this game were really, really cool, but in my opinion, nothing can beat the
you
story.
really can't get as
that
big in story since
Bioshock
you
1
are a big
The
delivered.
story
story.
wasn't
No,
good.
this is the difference between me and Bioshock 1 and 2, though. Bioshock 1, right in the beginning, Big Daddy, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. And towards the end, it's like, come at me, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bioshock 2 is just, oh, Big Daddy, what? You want to fight? You
Come
want
here,
to fight?
bitch.
Yeah.
One thing that I'm gonna bring him up a few
Eat my
more times.
drips.
I already brought him up once. Yahtzee Croshaw. He does video game reviews. The only reviewer I actually like. He talked about Bioshock, and one of the things he mentioned that he didn't like about it is the fact that with the Vita chambers, since they didn't cost anything, dying wasn't a problem, and so any challenge was virtually gone because you could just. And what I did.
That's in a lot of games now, though. Practically, like
But that doesn't
you die,
make-
you're
that's
just like-
terrible.
yeah,
I
it
hate
is.
that.
No, I agree.
And
There's no
But, like,
that's what I
challenge.
noticed about Bioshock. But at the end of Bioshock 2, I literally did the entire end section with just the drill because I didn't feel like using ammo. And the Vita chamber in that section was at the very right next to you. So I was like,
If I die, it's whatever.
I might as well. It's,
So one thing that I'm really happy about is that in Bioshock Infinite, they're coming out with a mode called 1999 mode that is like extremely hardcore
with grunge music.
with grunge music.
You know
You
what's-
got Pearl Jam.
Backstreet
You know what's
Boys.
fantastic?
Oh,
On PlayStation also, sorry to go off topic or anything, but they actually made a level that's combo of Bioshock Infinite and Uncharted 3. And I was like, that's beautiful. 'cause
In
like,
what?
Cool.
In PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale.
Oh,
I
okay.
They
did
actually
good
made a
try.
level that's combo because like in one of the scenes in Uncharted 3 they have the blimp flying and they have like the trucks hanging out of it.
If-
You're on the trucks and they're shooting at the Songbird.
No
While he's flying
way.
right next to it.
Okay,
They're
that's
shooting
cool.
at Songbird and he's like coming down at you and stuff. I was like,
If
That's cool.
in All Stars, you probably know this better than I do. If they don't have a level based on Paris from Sly 2, I'm not playing it because that was the best level in any game.
yeah,
Paris from Sly
was-
2 was amazing.
Paris. They don't have any Sly levels yet. I think they're waiting. I think they're waiting. Yeah, they got one where it's God of War and Ratchet and Clank.
Paris from Sly 2. I think it was
Jack and
Holland.
Daxter have their own standalone stage level.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Jack
they-
and Daxter have their own standalone
Do they?
stage.
Yeah.
I haven't seen these
But
stages yet. That was
I think it
the
was
main one.
Holland where that took place, the airship one. That one.
Oh
was
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
If they could do one just on the wing of the airship, like when you're
That would be
meeting
so
a Penelope, that would be cool. But
Yeah.
we can talk about that during the Sly collection.
Yes, we can. Both games phenomenal. Bioshock 1 I think is better.
One thing I want to say about Bioshock 2 is that it was interesting how every character in Bioshock 1 had its own, image, the same character pretty much in Bioshock 2. You had Sinclair for Alice.
Yeah.
You had Sophia Lamb for Andrew Ryan.
Yep.
You had Alex the Great for Sander Cohen.
Mm-hmm.
Basically,
And none of them were as
replacement.
good.
Nope.
I
They're
didn't
just
care
a
about
step down.
Sinclair.
Well,
The only part about Sinclair that made me sad was when they turned him into a Big Daddy. That
Yeah.
made me. I was like, oh.
How do they get turned? I've never actually
They
played
just-
much of
They,
them.
they, they don't
basically
really go
rip out
into great
your-
detail.
Well, from what I can understand, they basically rip out all of your organs, put them into the suit, and do.
animated.
Yeah, they do some magic with it.
They use magnets.
A wizard did it.
Yeah, most likely. But one thing I did was because Bioshock 2 wasn't Ken Levine had nothing to do with Bioshock 2. Jordan Thomas is the one that actually was behind all of it. And I mean, I think he did. Hi, my first middle name. But I think he did a really good job on it. It just kind of fell short. I mean, I love the multiplayer on Bioshock 2. Surprisingly, I loved the multiplayer. I really did.
One thing that I also want to bring up that you may have heard this, but Andrew Ryan, his name, the initials AR, were taken because all of his viewpoints were taken, lifted directly pretty much from Ayn Rand, the author. And I just recently read Anthem by Ayn Rand, which is it's her shorter book, and her other famous one is called Atlas Shrugged, which is long. Might not read that for a while.
Is there a mission actually in Bioshock called Atlas Shrugged?
I think there is.
No idea. I can't remember.
It seems like it should be.
Because Atlas is a character, and that's definitely why they called it that. And it's interesting because all of Andrew Ryan's viewpoints about individualism, earning your own sweat, and everything that you make is yours was the main. You can feel that in Anthem when you read it. It's about how everyone is equal. The government made it so that no one has an identity, and everyone is the same, and everyone who is in one job, their jobs are picked for them, and no one can be smarter than anyone else. No one is allowed to express emotion without a reason. Yeah, and it's sad, but that's the message is that you should be able to earn your own pay. That was one thing that was one of the messages that was directly related from the character, was that he feels like when he escapes, he feels like he should be able to make his own way.
And then he got beat to death with a golf club.
No. Actually, Anthem had a pretty happy ending. But, unlike 1984.
One thing about Bioshock 2 that I like real quick before we wrap up Bioshock, because we've been talking about it for a long time and getting off track, is that, they're both fantastic games. And I thought it was so cool how you could be the little sister in Bioshock 2 for that one level.
Just that contrast of seeing old Rapture and current Rapture, it was really impactful.
Yeah.
Because you saw, like, the people who you thought were, like, nice, dressed up, and they were crazy. Yeah. You saw it, oh, my God.
One thing I do want to see in the third one is, I know one.
Andrew Ryan again?
But, like,
Frank Fontaine.
There was a rumor where, what's her name was going to be?
Sonic and Tails were in Melee. I remember that rumor.
Shut!
I remember how many hours I spent trying to free him. I got Mewtwo instead.
A girl who went around the world, can't think of her name because brain fart.
The
Amelia Earhart.
She did.
William Earhart, yeah.
Oh, William Earhart.
She didn't go around the world.
No, I mean,
she tried to travel the Atlantic. She
died. Well, that's the thing, though. There was a rumor is she didn't die. She went to
Rapture.
Yeah, not Rapture.
No, Columbus.
Columbus, yeah.
Well, maybe she fell right next to the face.
Ohio?
Maybe. Is that what the place in Bioshock Infinite's called?
Yeah, Columbus.
I had no idea. That's why I was like, is that
Ohio?
No,
what?
Everybody knows it crashed right next to the Titanic, but nobody cared because they found the Titanic.
Like, look, there's a plane over there, but wait, we got a boat.
Hey, what is?
I would pay full price for both of these. Check, please.
I pay $100 for one. No. I would pay probably like $45 for that one because Bioshock.
Since it's first person, I'd say 20.
Okay.
20. Just because my pet peeve with that shit.
I still think they didn't do dual wielding in Bioshock 2 correctly.
It was okay.
They could have done a lot better with being able to use your plasmids and your guns. It still seemed too sticky. Like,
okay.
Been a little more
understandable.
Could have been like Duke Nukem.
Shut
up. All right.
Gross.
All right.